When Larry Smith arrived at the University of Missouri in 1994, his goal was to return the Tigers football program to national prominence. Faurot Field, he said, would become a place of pride once again. With unwavering determination, Smith put his plan in motion and has led his troops on a step-by-step journey to the promised land. By 1997, his Tigers were bowl-bound. In 1998, they were knocking on the door of college football's top 10 and finished the year as bowl champions. It was a year unlike any other in nearly 2 decades. The excitement at Faurot Field and throughout the state of Missouri soared to new heights. And Smith's rock-solid program has become filled with players determined to take the trek even higher. No doubt about it, it's a great time to be a Tiger. Coming off the 1997 breakthrough season in which Missouri reached a bowl game for the first time in 14 years, the Tigers launched the '98 campaign brimming with confidence. The goal was to take their newfound success to the next level. Wasting no time, the Tigers posted their first home shutout since 1986 in the season opener, a 37-0 rout over Bowling Green State. Next, an earlier than usual showdown against arch-rival Kansas on ABC television. It turned into the coming out party for senior running back Devin West.
Jones takes the snap option, pitches to West. Rob in front, cuts down the block, and cuts it up 25, hurdles a man 30, get the 35, side step 40. Devin gets to the sideline 50. Can he go to the 40? West to the 30, run down for the high. Takes the snap, hands off to Devin West running up the middle. He takes it to the house. Deep handoff, West running right across the 40 to the 35, breaks free. Devin's gonna go to the 15, 10, 5. He takes it to the house.
The Kansas game, I don't care when you play that game, whether it's early in the season, late in the season, I don't care if it's football, basketball, or whatever. It's an important game around here, and it gets a lot of attention. Our fans, they kind of salivate for that game. And Devin West gave one of the great running back performances, not only that this stadium's ever seen, but the whole country has seen for the whole year. That'd be a game this past year that will be long remembered by us all.
In all, a school record 319 rushing yards for West, and a very satisfying 41-23 victory for Missouri. After a hard-fought loss at #1 ranked Ohio State, the Tigers put together 3 straight wins. West and Corby Jones combined for 5 touchdown runs and a 34-14 thrashing of Northwestern State. The next week at Iowa State, West continued his torrid pace as the nation's 3rd-ranked rusher. 252 yards, 40 carries, and 3 touchdowns, including 1 through the air, was too much for MU's Big 12 foe. The final was 35-19, and the black and gold machine was on the move. Back at Faurot for homecoming, the Tigers beat the Oklahoma Sooners for the first time in 13 tries. The MU defense had turned heads already in 1998 and now took matters into its own hands.
Under center, straight drop, looking on the right side, intercepted by Missouri. Running the left side, Perkins, he's gonna score. The Tigers have the early lead on an interception by Wade Perkins. He takes the snap, straight drop, rainbow right sideline intended for the receiver. Picked off again by Perkins, his 2nd of the day. Running the left side, he's gonna be popped down at the Missouri 33. Looking over the middle, he's gonna be flushed out, now throws, last second intended for a man. Intercepted in the end zone by Harold Piercy. HP, the senior from Kansas City, preserves the Tiger defensive stand.
The Sooners could only muster 2 field goals, and Missouri boasted a 5-1 record after the 20-6 triumph. After taking Nebraska down to the final play of the game, The Tigers put together wins number 6 and 7. The true character of this Tiger team came out in a down-to-the-wire road battle at Texas Tech. The defense forced 4 turnovers, recovered 3 inside the Red Raider 30, and returned 1 for a touchdown, when defensive tackle Terrell Jeriniak rumbled 17 yards. Then after Tech pulled to within 2 at 28-26 in the final minute, it was up to the defense to save the game.
Straight drop, rolling to the right side, looks, throws, incomplete! Incomplete! The Tigers preserve the 28-26 lead.
We play for that type of a game. I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, to me, that is the ultimate challenge, at the ultimate time that you're called upon to put a game away. When we first came here 5 years ago, the players had an attitude that when you got to that time, it was time to lose. Now when we get to that time, it's time to win.
The Tigers next faced 25th ranked Colorado. This time, Mizzou would need no last-minute heroics.
Rolling back to the left, wide open, Brandon Ford in the end zone, touchdown Missouri. 3-step drop, looks to the left side, and it's intercepted by Posey. Carlos Posey with a wide open field is gonna take this to the house. Handoff West, running the left side, dances inside, 10-5, touchdown Missouri.
24 points in the game's first 21 minutes, put the Tigers in command from the beginning. The 38-14 final boosted Missouri's record to 7-2 and vaulted the Tigers to number 13 in the national poll. It was the highest ranking in 17 years, and as the season neared an end, had Missouri fans talking Big 12 championship. Maybe even more impressive than the victories in '98 were the 4 losses, all to top 10 ranked teams. The Tigers led at halftime in every game, fighting for a chance at the championship in the final 2 weeks. The Tigers took Texas A&M and Kansas State down to the final minute before succumbing. In doing so, Missouri captured the nation's attention that this team should rightfully be heralded among college football's finest. It also captured the attention of bowl game executives. The Tigers accepted an invitation to the Insight.com Bowl in Tucson, Arizona.
I think that this year's football team going into the bowl week and bowl game was probably better prepared mentally, knew more what was going to happen, were probably in less awe of the fact that it's a bowl game, and were more focused on just pure winning. You know, we played a heck of a football team. West Virginia was one of the better offensive teams in the whole country. And so we got there then. I think that everything was well planned. We had an excellent week of practice in Tucson. The players' attitudes, there just seemed to be a sense of focus to winning the game, that the season or what we had done the last 2 years would not be complete unless we won the game.
The Tigers were ready to show the nation what Missouri football was all about. It was a complete performance. Offense, defense, special teams. Combining all 3 elements, the Tigers romped to a 24-3 halftime advantage and then held on for a thrilling 34-31 victory.
The first bowl game we went to, we lost, and I think everybody was just happy to be there. This year was a totally different, attitude. Everybody was there. They wanted to be there. They knew what it was like to actually lose a bowl game, so we didn't want that feeling again. So we went up there to Arizona. Everybody was focused. Everybody was ready to play. We knew what we had to do. We went out there and we took care of business. There's no greater feeling in the world than after a bowl game, especially after your senior year, to come away with a victory and hold that trophy up in the air.
To walk away from that bowl game with a victory, that just kind of capped the season off. and made everything worthwhile. And it's a lot better feeling when you walk away with a trophy that says champion than one that doesn't.
It was the crowning moment of Larry Smith's 5-year tenure at Mizzou. The steady climb to national respect had reached a new plateau. The Tigers were bowl champions. The transformation the past 5 years from a struggling program to status among college football's top 20 teams has been a remarkable one. And it's been done the Larry Smith way: an aggressive defense, an offense that establishes the run game, discipline, team unity, hard work, and most importantly, belief.
When Coach Smith first recruited me, he said, "Those who stay will be champions." That's the thing that's always stuck with me, stuck in my mind. And the first year we got here, we were 3-8, and then the second year 5-6. And you can see the gradual improvement. And then we were 7-5, and guys started to believe in what Coach Smith said, and they started to believe in ourselves and our ability. We started to believe that we could win. And then this year we went 8-4, winning the bowl game with just the confidence and everybody knowing we're best team out there.
The facts of this dramatic turnaround are astounding. Nationally ranked in the last 14 polls, victories in 12 of the last 16 regular season games, back-to-back winning seasons and bowl appearances, drastically improved facilities that now rank among the nation's best, escalating attendance that now averages over 57,000 fans per game, development of a first-team All-American and a National Scholar athlete, rising graduation rates.
Our plan 5 years ago when we first came in here was to build this program into a football program that produced young men that earned their degree, consistent winning football teams that played with great class and unity, and to work our way up the ladder in the big, that time it was Big 8, now of course it's a Big 12, to win the Big 12 championship, ultimately the national championship. I think that in 5 years we have made progress toward all those goals. We have a football team that we're proud of. We've done it with just old-fashioned hard work.
Two key components in Missouri's rise to national prominence have been quarterback Corby Jones and running back Devin West. Roommates and best friends, these two potent offensive weapons combined for over 10,000 yards and 93 touchdowns in their illustrious careers. Together, they have set the example for Larry Smith's way of doing business, and in the process, shattered records that may take years to dismantle. Jones was the offensive ringleader the past 4 years. The all-conference quarterback finished his brilliant career as Missouri's all-time scoring leader and top rushing QB in school history. West became Missouri's first All-American since 1986 and its first All-American running back since Bob Stuber in 1942. He, too, was productive for 4 years, but exploded as a senior by rushing for school records of 1,578 yards and 17 touchdowns.
Corby and Devin meant more to this program than just football and winning. I think they brought a class and a personality, a character to our football team that I think helped form it into the winning program, the class program that it is, the respect at which people look at. They look at the efforts. You take those two guys and they kind of epitomize the efforts that we got, because we've said all along the number one thing we want to do on the field is to play hard. Play hard, good things happen. And those two guys play the hardest of them all. And so they set a standard.
Jones and West, along with other early recruits of the Smith era, have been at the heart of Missouri's 5-year transformation. Now, when the talk is college football, Missouri's name is mentioned with the elite teams in the country. And that is helping Smith and his coaching staff go head-to-head with national powers in bringing highly touted recruits to Missouri.
I saw the facilities being improved on, and the facilities are, from what I hear about, top in the country now. And to the colleges I went to, I believe they are, that we played at this year. And the coaching staff, I think, is one of the best. And the best thing about them is they're really open with you. I mean, they won't lie to you and try to persuade you by not telling you the truth. They're really up front with you, and what they tell you is what you expect.
Here in Missouri, we're a family. We do things as a family. When we go out on the field, we fight for each other. There's no individualism on this team. I mean, somebody's going to have to take a back seat to somebody every once in a while, and we know that. So, I mean, I think when we went out there and we played for each other. And I think if you want that kind of attitude, Missouri is a place to come to.
Now that success and national exposure for Missouri football has been realized, an even greater challenge awaits Smith and his Tiger team, continuing the trek forward and taking the next step to Big 12 and national supremacy. Yes, the hard work and dedication that has brought Mizzou this far has been worth it. But no, the job isn't yet considered complete. The Tigers want more. Missouri now has the caliber of football players that want to be at the very top. That is the vision for MU in 1999 and beyond.
The next step is to achieve a third consecutive winning season, win the Big 12 championship, or get into the Big 12 championship game. And the third thing is to be in the top 10 in the country and be up there in a national championship race.
The expectations are high, but I don't think the goals are overset. I think we can achieve them. We want to win the Big 12, and that's a pretty big step up from where the program's been, but I believe it's a very attainable goal.
And I look for a lot of great things, especially from our offense this year. We have some personnel to replace, obviously quarterback, tailback, some offensive linemen, but I know we've got a lot of talented younger guys that can step up and do a really good job. They're just not experienced yet. And we're going to have a great off-season, great spring ball period, and I know we'll get the kind of talent we need to carry on the winning tradition that we've started here.
This kind of attitude that has engulfed the Tiger football program has ignited MU football fans and spread like wildfire throughout the state. Saturday afternoons at Faurot Field have become the craze. It's Missouri's home and the opposition's nightmare. It's what college football is all about. And at Missouri, that feeling is back like never before.
I see the students getting more involved in it, and the town too, and the people in Missouri. And I mean, it makes the hair stand on the back of your neck when you walk out and there's that many people at the game rooting for you.
Electric. I mean, it's just a feeling of, you know, everybody's there to watch you and your team play, to win. There's 70,000 people there, just crazy, yelling, screaming, wanting to see a great game.
It's exciting, you know, to play in front of so many people that's rooting for you, you know. And I mean, it just gets your adrenaline just going when you hear people just yelling the MIZ and ZOUs.
I don't think the fans really know what they do for us as a team. I mean, you know, I've seen a steady increase, you know, each year in the fans showing up to the game. And I, for one instance, you know, walking out for that Kansas State game, and they had to move in the extra bleachers, and that's what college football is all about.
Indeed, the atmosphere of big-time college football has returned to the University of Missouri. It is, without question, a great time to be a Tiger.